Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Today I have on Lucas. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Lucas. I'm from New York City. I'm a freshman here at Berkeley, and I'm currently building my life.
Awesome. Can we dive a little bit into what my life means?
Yeah, so my life, other than my existence as a human being, is a social media app that me and my best friend are building. The idea is to bring authenticity to today's social media, and the whole problem and the whole idea started with me and my friend group back home in New York City. We have a really, really tight friend group of 13 guys, and over the past 4 years, we really became brothers. And there was this one night, like in the last week before we all went to college across the country, we were like, damn, how are we gonna stay in touch? And we kind of just sat there for like 10 minutes straight and nobody talked because nobody knew what was gonna happen. We all looked for different apps and everything, and nothing really worked. So we made this promise that we were gonna FaceTime every single week. That promise did not keep up within the first month of being here at school. And so, kind of anticipating this problem, one of my best friends, Theo, who's also my co-founder, we decided to build a social media app that streamlined that process of creating content that's meaningful to you and that you want to share with your really close friends and family. And so essentially what My Life does is you record raw footage throughout the week, and at the end of the week, our AI is basically able to watch all of the video and figure out what the most meaningful moments are based off your settings. From there, it'll take those clips and string them together and make a personalized video montage that's like 30 seconds to like a minute long that you post with your really close family and friends.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about what came to mind when coming up with this idea, but I saw like that I found out about you through social media, and so you're trying to grow your social media presence.
Yeah.
So how's that going so far?
It's been really fun. I honestly at first did not expect to like it as much as I do. Putting myself out there at the beginning was pretty hard. I'm a very social person, but like having everybody know my life was something challenging to accept. But as time passed, and I got a lot of support along with a few haters and yik yaks, but that doesn't really matter because Berkeley and the community has been overwhelmingly supportive. And just that support has kept me going and wanting to post more videos and be more authentic every single day. Because in the end, that's the goal with the series, show my life and be authentic. Because if I can share who I am as a person and what I do and how I live, then anybody out there can post those videos to those who matter. Yeah.
Awesome. So with the startup, the one thing is the idea, but then how do you execute it?
It's just grinding and reiteration. And the idea is to just get as much feedback as possible and listen to that feedback and talk to people. It's just understanding the user and understanding what people need. Like, what should the user interface look like? How often are people willing to record? Just like understanding how we can best create a product, that adds value. And that's just like talking to people and just asking people what they think, and just grinding. I mean, Theo and I have been building this have been wanting to build this for a while, and we've put a lot of effort into it. And it's just staying on calls, being laid up at night, doing work, and posting the videos, going outside of your comfort zone to get what you want to get done. That you'll be able to kind of understand who we are as a team, what we're building, but also use the basic functionality of our app, which is to take videos from your camera roll or on your computer and input them into our AI video editor, and it will give you a prompt and it'll spit out a really dope montage for you to share with your family and friends. So you're gonna be able to post it on Instagram, just basically whatever platform you want.
Yeah.
But December 21st, Christmas, that is our rough estimate. And so that's our planned date for the drop on the App Store. And there you'll have everything. You'll have the recording function, you'll have your profile page, and obviously it'll be really cool to wake up Sunday morning and everybody's phone, when you click on the app, it goes to like all the different videos in your video, just documenting your life. So December 25th, Christmas, is our planned date for the actual drop in the App Store for the full complete app.
Wow, that sounds so exciting. And so what makes like My Life different from all those social media apps that are out there right now?
Well, if you talk about the big ones like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, the user has to put in a lot of time and effort in order to create that authentic interaction.
Yeah.
To portray yourself in the way that I have, to post every single day or almost every single day and record the really meaningful parts, it's hard for two reasons. You don't want to share your life with everybody. And the way the current apps are formatted, you have to, take a solid amount of time to get to that point where like you have a circle of people that you can consistently post content to. So having a platform in itself, which is automatically for your private friend group and your family, is very important. The second thing is creating content is very hard. It's hard because you have to ideate, you have to film, you have to edit.
Yeah.
Because you want to put something out there that's like really representative of who you are and something that's visually appealing. So that's what my life, fixes. But the other thing is, with all the social media apps that focus on authenticity, like B-Real, for example, it doesn't create value for yourself because it doesn't actually strengthen your connections. Yes, B-Real was being authentic because you're posting a double-sided photo of wherever you are.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on in my best friend's life, who I've known for the past 10 years, based off of one double-sided photo.
Yeah.
Because that's not how I kept in touch with him back at home. It was those long conversations, it was those car rides and FaceTimes. And now I can't FaceTime him every week. But with a 1 to 2 minute video, I can understand like what his week has been like. It's like a portal into his world when we were together, Yeah.
Awesome. So what goes into the startup? Like I know there's different stages, like pre-seed round,
Yeah.
fundraising, and then seed. So what stage are you guys in right now?
We're currently pre-seed. We haven't taken on any investment. Yeah. Right now we're pre-seed. We are looking for investors down the line because we will need some runway for the processing costs and the actual cost to run the app. But right now we're using our own money, and the idea is to just get the app out as soon as possible and get as many people on as possible, while trying to learn. The thing that we have been looking for are mentors, just people we can look to in this space and outside the space that can give us advice on not only how to build my life as a social media company and a social media app, but also how to grow ourselves as founders. Yeah.
And so being a freshman in college, how do you balance with startups, academics, and extracurriculars?
Yeah, well, first off, I should say that I haven't found that balance. That balance is something most people don't find or try or get really, really close to, finding after a very long period of time.
Yeah.
What does help though is Entrepreneurs at Berkeley. That club has been like the biggest blessing since I've been here, because not only have I found an amazing community of friends and basically family now, I also have a really amazing space to build and learn as a founder and entrepreneur. Without Entrepreneurs at Berkeley, my life would not be the place it is, both the app and my own life and existence. But there I have everything. I have the social aspect because we do have fun. We have socials and we hang out a lot, but we also have an environment where people push each other in a really good way, because not only is there mentorship, but there's also criticism, critiques, and advice in a very loving and caring way. So I think Entrepreneurs at Berkeley, along with the other friends that I've made here, have made balancing everything so tolerable. Because the lack of balance is hard to deal with, but when you have people that are going through it and are there to support you, that lack of balance feels a little bit more tolerable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So kind of pivoting towards your background, I was stalking your LinkedIn and I saw that you started a nonprofit feeding citizens in New York,
Yeah.
right? And so how did you pivot, or how did that experience influence what you want to do now, or how did you come up with the ideas that you wanted to pursue business?
Yeah. So how I came to entrepreneurship specifically, I know entrepreneurship, whether my life succeeds or not, which it will, hopefully. We think it will. I want to be in the startup space for the entirety of my life.
Yeah.
I want to build companies and build organizations that help society. But it all came because of my deepest fear. My deepest fear in life is being on my deathbed and feeling that sense of regret.
Yeah.
First, the sense of regret that I didn't do enough, that I didn't have enough impact on society, where after I'm gone, it will linger and exist for ages and ages and ages. That's the first fear. The second fear is not valuing and taking advantage of the people around me. I feel like I've been very blessed to meet a multitude of amazing people, and I think that if I don't spend enough time with them and value our relationships, then I kind of failed. So balancing those two things. And so how I got to entrepreneurship was, how can I balance those things? How can I work with people and grow with people to have a big impact on society? And so initially growing up, I did want to play basketball. That was the goal. But I didn't get to 6 feet, which was a pretty big bummer. And that was kind of the benchmark I set myself at. And if I didn't get to really 6 feet by freshman, sophomore year of high school, then basketball would be something that I would have to kind of walk away from.
Yeah.
And I looked at business because my mom is in business and she's a killer. And so I knew if she's willing to dedicate as much time as she does and be so successful and enjoy it so much, then I might as well take a look at it. So I looked at business as a whole, and then I found entrepreneurship, and I was like, this is it. If I can build something that I'm very passionate about, and grow it to a point where it has a lasting and widespread impact in society that can exist after I'm gone, along with making relationships along the way, then that's where I want to be. Yeah.
So along with your work with My Life and all that, you're also involved with being a consulting software engineer. So how is that going so far?
It's been pretty fun. Um, Technically speaking, Berkeley has been very rapid and a very solid learning process for me. Coming into Berkeley, I was mostly just focused on the business side, marketing, building a brand, and understanding users and just people and what people need, right? But coming to Berkeley, I wanted to become more technical, and that's what I've been doing. And on Antora, which is a clean energy tech company that I'm currently a software consultant for, um, I've been learning a lot, working with co-pilots to push different features for this company, or working on pushing features for this company has been pretty fun. But it's mostly about the team. I got the as consulting position through Entrepreneurs at Berkeley, and I'm working on a team with some amazing people. My PM is one of the presidents, Vihan. He's an amazing guy, love him, and I feel very comfortable learning around them and kind of being vulnerable as a beginner within the space, or not a beginner, as somebody who's growing within this space. And so, yeah, it's been really fun. I've learned a lot about the company. What they're doing is really, really interesting. Basically, they are trying to make it easier for factories to regulate and intake clean energy. So they take solar and wind, yeah, and because the wind always isn't consistent, and so is the sun, factories and different establishments have had trouble having consistent inputs and flows from these energy sources. So what they do is they use clean they use clean energy. They use the solar and wind energy to heat up these huge carbon blocks. And with those carbon blocks, they sit at a really, really high temperature. And from there, they hold that heat. And what they do is they're able to take and distribute the heat from the energy from those carbon blocks into the factories and the power plants. Yeah. And so working on these projects and working for a really, really cool company has been an amazing experience. Yeah.
So is this like a startup that you are a part of?
No, Antora is not. Antora is a very, very large company. I don't know what their valuation is or exactly how much of they've raised, but they are a very developed, established company. And Vihan, the president, he's the PM for this project, this consulting project, as a part of Entrepreneurs at Berkeley. And he selected, I think it is like 6 or 7 people. Every time I say 6 or 7 or like 6, 7, I just like think about it. But it is a team of like 7 people that he picked. Yeah.
Okay, sick.
For the club, because he was an intern there over the summer and he really enjoyed it, and they liked his work because he made a pretty big impact on the team and the company. So they were like, okay, if you know people of similar qualities and of similar expertise, then bring them on. Yeah.
Awesome. So what was it like, the application process for Entrepreneurs at Berkeley?
It was pretty intense, to be honest. Obviously, Berkeley has the stigma of the really, really intense club application process, and it is quite true. But what people do not emphasize is like the process itself is very rewarding because you meet a bunch of people who are going through the same thing. Obviously, at Berkeley, it's a top school. Everybody has really done what they need to do and are at a very high level. But within these clubs, when you have like 400 or 500 or like 300 to 500 kids applying and you can only take 10, it's really, really hard to select from these really high level and skilled individuals. And so from this process, I guess I've learned that it's all about who you meet. I think if you're skilled, it's about making people, making connections with people within the club and understanding who they are as people. And honestly, the most important thing is from the application process to see if you think you'd be a good fit there from your own perspective. Right? I got really lucky. Like Entrepreneurs at Berkeley is the place that I belonged at, and I'm grateful that God put me there. But along the way, I was applying to two different clubs. Both of them, I got to the social final round. The consulting club I didn't get into, and obviously I got into Entrepreneurs at Berkeley, and I'm very glad that that was the outcome, because along the way I wasn't looking at it in the way that I should have, as in, this is the place where I will grow the most as a human being. That will help me meet the right people, but also, I guess, get me to where I want to get to in my career. It was very intense. It is how people market it to be. You're competing against very smart people. The interviews are very intense, but have a fun time with it. You're meeting and talking to some really cool people, and even if you don't get in, it's an opportunity to create possible connections and relationships with some of the coolest people here at Berkeley. So yeah.
Awesome. And so I was looking at your TikTok page, and you have a TikTok about like asking for advice on burnout. So how's that been going so far?
It's been interesting. in high school, I felt like I never really experienced burnout. So coming to Berkeley, it was something I was aware of, or my family told me to be aware of it.
Yeah.
You know, coming to a very intense and academic school with a lot of people and a lot of competition, it was obviously something that I was looking out for. And on the topic of burnout, I don't feel like I've burnt out yet or will burn out. Like that's how I see it now. But of course, I feel like that's how everybody sees it. Oh, I'm doing a lot, but I'm not going to burn out. You know, it won't happen to me. So I'm kind of just waiting for it to happen. And once it does, I know that I have the friends and family and environment and community to back me up and support me when I get there. So that's why I'm not afraid of it.
Awesome.
But also, I do a lot of stuff to kind of reduce the chances of me getting burnout. I had a hackathon this past weekend at Cal Hacks, and I, over the course of like 3 days, slept a combined 4 hours. So that wasn't great for it, but it was fine because I was with 3 amazing guys and entrepreneurs at Berkeley.
Yeah.
We were all a team. I was with those guys the whole entire time. And just being with them made the experience infinitely more enjoyable. And so I think that if I'm burning out or like getting close to burning out, as long as I don't touch that, as long as I don't cross that line, I could be right at the edge for as long as possible or as long as I want because I have those people around me. I have really good food. I have really good friends. And I have a family back home that will always support me. Yeah.
Yeah. I think definitely 100%. Like doing things in a team, like you might be like, oh my God, I'm going through right now, but like at least I got my boy right next to me. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, sort of touching upon that, like topic of Cal Hacks, like how is that? Like how did it go? Like I saw your TikTok. It looks insane.
No, it was mind blowing. It was my first hackathon ever. My brother did a bunch in high school. He's super smart. Love him. And he was like, "Oh, you got to try one out. You got to try one out." And so now we're doing the tree hacks together, or we should be getting it. We should be doing tree hacks together. We just sent our applications in. I'm excited to work with him, but for Cal Hacks, I really didn't know what to expect. I've been coding for a while now and started really building over the summer, working with like, different co-pilots and building my own mini projects and features. So going to Cal Hacks, I was excited, didn't know what to expect. And then I got into the Palace of Fine Arts where they were hosting it. And there were just thousands of people with their computers up.
Yeah.
It was insane. I didn't expect to sleep as little as I did, but because I was with them and because we were in such an environment, I felt motivated too.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. We were building together like the whole time, working basically 24/7. But it was fun. I talked to the guys on the team about it, but like, Gavin, Abi, and Saran were the 3 guys I was working with. They're all entrepreneurs at Berkeley, and they're the reason why Cal Hacks was so fun. But while we were working, we made it a very fun process. We were grinding it out, but every so often we would take a break, sing a couple songs together. We ordered Chinese takeout. It was really good food. Lil Szechuan, shout out, by the way. But being with them, it was fun. It was a grind, obviously. Not sleeping was interesting. A lot of Red Bulls, a lot of lines of code, a lot of prompts. But overall, a really fun experience that I wouldn't, even though we didn't win anything, I wouldn't, take for granted. Yeah, they did a great job organizing the event. The Wi-Fi was a little spotty, but it kind of forced us to book a hotel, and then it gave me AAU vibes. Like I played basketball growing up, and AAU tournaments were some of the best moments growing up. Going out to eat, hooping, being tired, taking losses, taking wins, and it kind of felt like that environment because I was with guys who I now really trust and care about, and being in an environment where we're working really hard and trying to achieve our goals. Yeah.
And so for people that don't know too much about Cal Hacks, what goes into it?
Yeah, so basically Cal Hacks is the world's largest collegiate hackathon, and the idea is like a bunch of companies come in and sponsor and give out prizes based off of their tracks. So they have basically an assignment, like build XYZ using XYZ. So for example, Claude or Anthropic basically had a prize for like the best project that integrated Claude or Anthropic's LLM. And what you do is you have 1 to 2 days. For Cal Hacks, it was I think like 2.5 days. It started Friday, ended Sunday. You have a X amount of period of time to just build something. You have to provide certain deliverables like a demo video, a pitch deck for some. You have to add your GitHub. It has to be deployed. But just really build code, create whatever. They're like hardware options and hardware paths. It's like you're basically creating the product or MVP for like a mini startup or a possible startup or company. Yeah.
Awesome. So, what is an MVP?
MVP is a minimum viable product. It's just like baseline if you want to have a startup or you want to create an idea. It's like the core thing that you have to create. So for example, my life, the MVP would be a platform or a mobile application where you can record and not have to, or where you record raw footage and our AI will basically be able to figure out what the most meaningful moments are, take those clips, edit them into a really cool video, and provide a platform where you can share that in a very efficient manner with your family and friends.
Awesome. So, kind of pivoting a little bit, trying to go a little bit more into your background. For people that are watching that are in high school, what are some habits that you built in high school that you think translated and helped you adjust to college?
Yeah. I think the first thing is find your friends, find your people, and value your family. The reason why I'm here at Berkeley today and I'm able to do so much and like spend so much time working and being all over the place is because of the people behind me. That's why I'm building my life. It's a company for them because my value, I think, as a person comes from the people around me. 95% of who I am is because of the people that I've met along the way. My parents, my brother, all my best friends, my basketball coaches, everybody. And so what I say is in high school, or really at any point in time, have those deep conversations. Take the time to listen to people you wouldn't initially expect to be friends with, and absorb their perspectives and find the value within like what they have to say and their experiences. And from there, I think the way you look at the world will be a lot easier and more enjoyable. Yeah.
Awesome. And so, talking about all these things that you're involved in, like, do you do anything for fun, sort of like to decompress?
Yeah. It's gonna sound bad, but eating is probably the baseline thing. Other than spending time with friends, eating has to be the number one thing. Good food, no matter what the circumstances, will always break the pressure, take the walls down, and make me feel at home. No matter what the dish is. Obviously, New York City has really good food where I'm from, and so does the Bay, especially Asian food, so it's very nice. But no matter what's going on in my life, anything, just good food will help me decompress and like relax. But other than that, the two main things are fishing and basketball. Fishing, if realistically, if nobody existed, it was just me on this earth, the one thing that I would do 24/7 is fish. It is what brings me peace. It's what brings me happiness. If you ever look at my socials, you'll see all the fishing photos. It's what I'm very proud of. But also basketball. Like growing up, basketball was my outlet. It's where I met some of my closest friends and best mentors. But just like hooping and getting into that flow state and not really thinking and just letting it fly and playing with the people that matter is something really special that I really enjoy.
Awesome. All right, so you touched upon a little bit about it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And you talked about how you play basketball, and I know a lot of people here like to play basketball like recreationally.
Yeah.
And so, what are some ways or some things that you do that get you into the spaces that allow you to meet the people that'll like help you when you're with your application to clubs?
Yeah, just talk. Just like don't be afraid to say hi because you don't know what you'll relate to or like what perspective they have. So literally, if you just see somebody, for example, in the application process, if you see somebody who you know is in the club or was presenting, just go up and just like introduce yourself. Hi, I'm XYZ. I'm from New York City. I'm really interested in this. And from there, people just want to talk. People want to learn. It's a really cool space, and I feel like everybody should know that here at Berkeley and almost anywhere you go, everybody has their own experiences that can definitely add to yours. So just go up and talk to people no matter who they are. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to, share a little bit about yourself, be authentic, be a little vulnerable because like once you show a little bit of that, they'll be willing to open up and talk to you as well. And once you I'd say be honest with somebody and show that vulnerability, that's when you open the door to some real deep conversations where you gain the most, where you really understand those experiences and those perspectives and are able to extract as much as possible in a non-transactional way. Yeah.
Amazing. So kind of diving back into your TikTok and creating sort of hype around my life. What are some like marketing strategies that you're like implementing? Some things that work that didn't work so well.
So first off, one thing that I realized, you have to be really, really consistent. Like post basically every single day, and if you can't, create like really good content it's really not that bad to just like post a random video here and there. Like during the hackathon, I thought I was gonna post every single day, and given that I did not sleep last night, or not last night, the night before that, I didn't have any time to really edit the videos and cut it down. So I just posted like literally a 30-second video of me being like, "Sorry guys, I couldn't film today, or I couldn't edit today. I've been coding my ass off. I'll post soon."
Yeah.
So first off, I'd say be consistent. And the second thing is like learn from other users, learn from other creators within your space, take their hooks, take their content creation. It's not stealing. And honestly, if it's kind of like a compliment, like you did this really well, I'm gonna try and do it too to build my platform. So look at the people in your space, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and just kind of learn from them and copy them. What's worked for me is looking at other startups that have grown, social media startups, like clothing brands, the hooks they use, like the video editing. I'm still learning. I'm very new to the space. I've been posting for around 2 months now. What matters most and like what I've seen impact the view count and the interactions the most has been like the hooks. The videos where I have like a really sharp, witty hook, like people have probably seen this and they shit on me for this one, but it's like the most viral one, like college orientation is actually a joke. Right? I feel like everybody resonated with that a little bit, but it was like quick, caught people's eyes or ears, I guess, and then they watched the video.
Yeah.
Same with today was my first day at Berkeley and it sucked. But the videos where I start off pretty slow, or maybe like I woke up this morning, I was really tired, but I still had to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. Those videos don't do as well. So have a quick hook, and from there you can do whatever you want. Be really authentic, be honest, and document the real parts of your life and the real things that matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's super insightful. Sort of like the hook that you're talking about, it sort of sounds like it's like rage bait a little bit.
Oh yeah, you do have to. Yeah, you do have to rage bait a little bit, and like I'm gonna keep rage baiting a little bit at the beginning of my videos to get you guys to watch, and from there, hopefully people realize and like connect with the content that I'm really trying to put out and really trying to say. Like for example, the pizza video.
Oh, the
pizza,
California?
Yeah. The pizza video did not do as well as I thought it would, but like I was rage baiting a little bit because like California sucks at making pizza. I haven't found a really solid place yet, so that statement still holds true, but like I don't truly think that, but like the meat of the whole entire video was basically saying, look, honestly, it would be easy for somebody to bring that pizza out here. I don't know why they haven't done it, but the reason why I want somebody or a company or a pizza place like that is because, I miss home.
Yeah.
Pizza, New York City, it's kind of, one-on-one, and there's this place, Mimi's, that's right outside my house. I basically got a cheese slice there every single day, but like, I miss home, I miss the New York City slice, and having a place like that out here would be really, really nice and comforting. So like, that was the main idea of the video itself, and I hope people are able to see the underlying value and like the real intention behind the videos, like every single one that I post after the annoying rage bait, the first 3 seconds. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So talking about like coming from New York, how was the transition and the switch? Like, how's it like adjusting?
It's been a lot. I didn't grow up in the Bay, but I was born in Palo Alto. I have a lot of family out here, like half my family's out here, and I visited here a lot growing up. So the environment's nice. Obviously, the weather is so much better. Winter in New York City is no fun, but the weather out here has been really nice. But adjustment-wise, I'd say like the biggest thing is like missing my family, my friends. I'm not going back for Thanksgiving, which was really, really stupid. I wish I was, but adjustment-wise, obviously school's great. Having communities like Entrepreneurs at Berkeley and finding the right people has been why everything's been so enjoyable and so fun. But the biggest thing has been missing my co-founder Theo, Mo, Maxwell, Soma, Ollie, my parents, my brother, my dogs. Just missing everybody back home. Not just like the place, but mostly the people. That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Awesome. So my last question to you is sort of like imagine like a younger version of yourself, like putting his head down in high school, like grinding. Like what piece of advice would you give that version of you?
I would say just keep going. Like stay disciplined, but first and foremost, value your family. Like those are the people, I hope they should be, those are the people that want to see you win. Like my dad and my mom want me to be more successful than them. And same with my brothers, like my friend group. Like those people, they want to see me win. Like Ollie wants to see me do better than him. I don't know about better than him. We're very competitive, but he wants to see me succeed as much as I want myself to succeed. And like that means a lot. So in high school, younger self, find those people that care about you and that you care about, because the more time you spend with them, I think the more successful and happy you'll be. Yeah.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for your time. It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then check out My Life when it drops.
Yeah.
All right. See you in the next one.
See you.